Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager Challenge Mode, the season where we intentionally make things as difficult for ourselves as we possibly can to make the game a bit more interesting, challenging, and generally make me miserable for the first season at least. So we are with Aston Martin. We have two very young rookie drivers. We're up to round 7. We're heading to Monaco for the next Grand Prix. We have yet to score any points, not surprising, and we have not been having a good time of it so far this season. We have been struggling, as you would expect, with a rubbish car and very young, inexperienced drivers who are lacking in the pace department. This is where Freddie Vesey stands right now in terms of his stats. You know, he's not bad. You know, his accuracy, control, smoothness are all good. His reactions are okay. His cornering needs a fair bit of work. His braking is pretty poor. But he's got decent overtaking, decent defending. He's quite an aggressive driver, so he will try and go for those overtakes, and still has a very high growth potential, which is the important thing. His teammate, Felipe Drugovich, a little bit better in the pace stats, not by much, but a little bit. Not quite as accurate. His control isn't quite as good. It's not quite as smooth. His adaptability is poor, and his overtaking and defending stats aren't quite as good. But he is, naturally a little bit quicker. So they're quite evenly matched in terms of development potential, and they're not too far off each other in terms of pace as well. This is our current staffing. As per the rules that we set out at the beginning of this series, we can't change any of these contracts now until they expire, so we are stuck with Andrew Green as our rather poor technical chief for the next 2 seasons. We do have some upgrades going through. In 7 days we will unlock the 3rd design slot with the design centre upgrade. I can't wait for that. We desperately need that ASAP to be able to try and put some extra performance into the car. But that in itself isn't a guarantee of success, because as per the rules we are limited to what we can actually do in terms of development. We can only use hours, MAU hours and wind tunnel hours, twice per part per season for designing, and once per part per season for research projects. So it's not ideal. We have a front wing on the way. That is 37 days off. That's our 2nd major upgrade. The last one was a new underfloor. So we can only do one more underfloor with hours for the rest of the season. And we can only do one more front wing after this one with hours for the rest of the season. All the other upgrades we've put on the car so far have been minor, so we've just used sliders, no hours added at all, and there's no restrictions on those, which is nice. In terms of our performance, it's not great. I mean, we've got really good low-speed cornering now, which I'm hoping is going to really help us out here at Monaco, given that Monaco is the king of low speeds. But even so, this is going to be another tough, pretty painful race, and we are going to struggle quite badly here, to the point where I think we're going to get a lap twice. So I might well take 2 laps of fuel out of the car when we come to the race itself. We do have a few days to go before we actually start the Grand Prix, so let's get this little bit of manufacturing of spare parts out of the way. There we go. We go to race prep. Let's just check what parts we've got in stock now. So we've got 1 spare chassis, 2 spare front wings, 3 spare rear wings, 2 spare side pods, but we're never going to use those, 1 spare underfloor, and 1 spare suspension. So hopefully we can get through this weekend without any major dramas, because otherwise it's going to be expensive to replace those parts. Let's set some performance targets. There are going to be no performance targets that we actually set, because I just don't think, even with that near floor, I just don't think we're going to do very well here. Qualifying position 2 in the top 15 is the incentive. I don't think we're going to get a single car into the top 15. Fastest lap is certainly not going to happen. I am going to gamble on getting 1 car into 15th as a finish position. I'm going to go with that gamble and see if we can bring in an extra 100 grand. It's only going to cost us 25 grand if we don't get it. Finish position streak incentive is to get 2 in the top 15. Again, I think that might be stretching it a little bit. And we're not going to do the quality streak because, again, we don't have the pace to get out of Q1 right now. Let's see. We still have another front wing, another suspension, another chassis on the way. So nothing more to do there. We've got 3 mil. We are upgrading our team hub and our race sim. We've got scouting going on right now. I'm not sure. Are we actively scouting anything? Oh, we can add an extra scout. We're not scouting technical chiefs. We're not scouting heads of aero or engineers. Okay, and what are we scouting? We should be scouting technical chiefs, really, given that that's the most important thing that we need to change. Let's have a look.
Cars have been racing through Monaco's streets since 1929, and this weekend is no exception, as we get to watch the new generation of world-class drivers take over Monte Carlo. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners, from the brake-heavy Le Rascasse to the treacherous Saint Devote. There are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. The competition is on.
Alright, so I'm going to have to switch to my headset mic, which is not as good. But at least you'll be able to hear me. So, let's crack on with practice. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to get myself a new mic. It looks like my Rock Band mic has finally given up the ghost. I mean, it is very old now, but yeah. So I need a new mic. Lovely. So sound quality is going to be a bit ropey for the next couple of weeks until I can get a new mic delivered. So where are we? Practice one. Okay. Yes, car parts. Let's swap out the engines. That engine's dead. That one's okay. ERS modules. That one's dead. That one's okay. Gearbox. That one's dead. Seeing a pattern here. That one's okay. So we'll put that one in. Right, setup time. So we're going to go very heavy on the downforce. As the rest of the setup that is open to interpretation here. So let's have a look. Will a 9.1 work? It will. Let's go 3.05 and a 0.15. And let's see how that does. Run time. We want to go 20 laps, I think. Uh, 20 laps on car 2. So set up here. We'll go 10, 16. We'll try something a little different. We'll go with a 7.3. No, we'll go with an 8.2. And then we'll go 3.35 and 0.7. And let's see how that works.
Radio check. Radio check.
Okay, should be green now.
Okay, there we go. So let's sit back and see how they do. Okay, straight away it looks like there's a much bigger pace differential between our drivers this time out. Maybe it's the dirty air. They seem to have settled down again now. Yeah, they're back to lapping within a close distance to each other. Oh, identical best time so far. So maybe it is the dirty air that's affecting when they're so close to each other.
What's your thoughts on coming in or doing any more?
We do know that the dirty air has been increased, and this is obviously a weakness in our car at the moment. So 77% for Vesti, that's not great. 93 though for Felipe, that's much better. Alright, drivers coming in. Let's take a look at the changes. Vesti first. Okay, so the roll bar needs to change. We'll go 8.2. Let's put him on the same setup. So let's go 3.35 and 0.7. Doesn't look to be a big enough change on the roll bar. Plus the braking stability is off. So let's go to a 7.3. Actually, no, I've got another 8.2 I can try, which is a 3.5 and a 1. Ooh, that is borderline. And then again, that doesn't work with the roll bar now, so that would have to be a 7.3 roll bar. Which means I could then go 3.5 and a 1. Alright, let's give that a try. As for Felipe, just need a few tweaks. So let's try going to the 3.5 and the 1. Actually, let's bring that back a little bit. There we go. Don't need fresh tyres. Send them out with a little bit of a gap between them to avoid that dirty air. I'm staying away from the touchpad in practice today. Don't want to risk the game locking up on me again. We'll wait until the race before we start using that. Okay, Red Bulls are looking very fast. Well, they're on softs compared to hards and mediums, that's why. 100% for Vesti, excellent stuff. What about Felipe? Also 100%. Very good. Both drivers coming in.
Good session.
Yeah, very good session. Good time on the track. Got both setups nailed. Almost maxed out car part knowledge as well, which is good. That's probably the new suspension, or it might be the new underfloor that just needs that last little bit. Let's jump into practice 2. Going to go with hard tyres in this session. We don't have to worry about changing the setups because they are nailed. So let's go with 25 laps. Already done that one. It's this one I need to do. There we go.
Radio check. Radio check.
Yep, Rock Band mic has served me well. When I first started doing videos way back when, it was using a cheap headset with a boom arm. Then I got myself a much better headset. I got myself a Turtle Beach Elite headset, which was great for audio quality in terms of listening. The ears were amazing, but the microphone was built in and sounded rubbish. So I dug out my old Rock Band mic, which is just a plug-in USB condenser, and it did the job. It sounded great, so that's what I've been using ever since, and it looks like it's finally given up the ghost. It is old. It's at least, let's see, I'd say it's probably 13 years old. So I'm surprised it's lasted this long, but yeah, very low budget me. I don't have a massive amount of disposable income. So I'll have to look for another cheap condenser off Amazon or something. I'd love to get something like a Blue Yeti or something comparable, but I just can't afford, triple digits. It's way too expensive just for something I do for, a bit of fun. I'm starting to think I haven't put enough fuel in the car. Might have to extend their stints a little bit. I think they're going to be lucky to hit 70%. Maybe 75 if they're lucky. That's what I'm aiming for, maybe 75%. Then I can do a similar run on mediums in the final session. Get everything nice and up to 100 without having to push the cars too long. Yeah, we're going to need to extend ever so slightly. So let's cancel that call in. Just run them until they're ready to run out of fuel, and then we'll call them back in. There we go, perfect. So let's call them in now. And that's the end of our running for FP2. So we can do a 25 lap stint at the end in FP3. That'll get us up to 100% track knowledge. We've already maxed out the car setups and the car part knowledge. And that will also get them running for more than half an hour, so they'll get the full experience for the session as well. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. Been no real dramas this practice session. Well, any practice session. No one's hit the wall. No one's had a big spin. Are we saving it for the race, or are we going to see something in FP3? Okay.
Hello and thank you for...
Hello and thank you for skipping the cutscene. Right, medium tyres, 25 laps. Drop the pace. Mediums, 25 laps. And drop the pace, and into the final practice session we go.
Radio check. Radio check.
Okay, it's green now.
So I'm not quite sure what to do strategy-wise for this Grand Prix. I could try going with an aggressive start. I could try two-stopping. Go soft, medium, soft or something. Or maybe medium, soft, soft. Or I could go the opposite way. I could start on hards and go to mediums. Hell, maybe even hards to softs. Got a few different options, and we're not going to have great pace. So I can try and capitalise on grip at the start and try and keep with some of the front, the faster cars for a few laps. But given the dirty air effect here, I think that's going to be a struggle. We can't really get much out of the DRS because it's almost non-existent on this track. It might be better to just start on the hards and just run long and see where we end up. Take it from there. Fourth and seventh for Anthony at Monaco. Yeah. I'd be happy with a 1 in front of that. I'd be happy with 14th and 17th. I can't see that happening either. Alright. I'm going to... your 50th race. Nice. I'm going to actually call the guys in, and I'm going to do just a couple of laps on soft tyres. Just want to see what my pace is going to be. To help me plan... Actually, no, I'll just wait for quali. I was going to say, it'll help me plan my strategy for the race, but we'll just wait for quali, see how fast we are in quali. Because again, everyone's going to run different fuel loads, different tyres. There's no real performance indicator in practice until you get to qualification. That's when you can see exactly what your pace is like, because everyone is driving at the same level with the same sort of fuel loads, same tyre compounds. Ferrari's looking a lot more on it, pace-wise, compared to Verstappen this time round. Perez looking a little bit slower, but he's on mediums at the moment, so that will be why. Bottas is up there. He could be on for a good result here. Alright, there we go. Practice is done. So into quali we go. We're going to swap out. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Oh yeah, of course. You had to run the better parts. So we'll do that on Felipe's car. We'll swap out the. That worries me actually about the pace difference between the drivers then. If Felipe was only just keeping up, or Freddie was only just keeping up with Felipe with a much better engine, that means he's going to be very off the pace of this Grand Prix. We'll just have to see how it goes. Into qualifying 1 we go.
Radio check.
We're going to go with 2 runs. Put a little bit of gap between our cars because of the dirty air performance. And let's hope we get a clean run for our first attempt. So here we go with our fast laps. We are going to get a clean run. Very nice. No traffic. In fact, nobody else has left the garage at all yet. Alright. Felipe is definitely quicker than Freddie. Question is by how much. This is where the live timing really needs some work, because it just doesn't give you splits against other cars. It just tells you your split time, and that's it. So, a 1:13.3 for Freddie. What can Felipe do? A 1:13.0, so 0.3 of a second between them. It's not too bad. Felipe is slightly faster in terms of raw pace. I think Vesti will become a more is a more complete driver. I think in time, given them developing over the same amount of time, I think Freddie will probably end up the better of the two after a couple of years. But that's still a way off yet. So let's put on another set of softs and be ready to go out at the end. Assuming that Albon had a clean run, that is a big performance difference. Alonso must have been held up. There's no way we're faster than him. Okay, if we can time this right, and we can get our guys out at the right time, we can potentially hold everybody else up on their laps. Oh, I thought I'd paused. Never mind. Okay, well that plan goes out the window. Let's send out Felipe and then Vesti. Okay, Vesti's actually in front. I didn't realise that. Let's make sure he doesn't attack his teammate. Cause them both to lose time. Right, so can we get improvements here? We're not too far off Ricardo with Drogovic here. No improvement in the first sector for either driver though. That's a bit disappointing. What can we do in the middle? And is Ricardo going to improve? Norris has definitely improved. He's jumped up to 11th. Here comes Ricardo up to the line now. He's got a Red Bull behind him. He does not move up. He improves his time ever so slightly, just a couple of hundredths. Neither of our drivers are improving here. Vesti marginally improves his time. Felipe doesn't improve at all. Okay, that's a little disappointing, but not that unexpected really, I suppose. 17th and 18th, the only team we are faster than is Williams. And quite a bit faster as well, actually, looking at that. Drogovic is nearly a second faster than Albon, and 1.5 seconds faster than Latifi. Oof, that is a big, big margin. So we have definitely closed up to Ricciardo and even to Schumacher, but we're still trailing. Hopefully those new upgrades when they arrive will help get us out of Q1.
Welcome to race day, and before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
There was some good work from Aston Martin during the qualifying session, and they will go to the grid full of confidence. Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. And the weather is sunny here today, apart from a few clouds. Let's hope they remain scattered on the horizon.
So as the drivers prepare to weave their way around the streets of Monaco, you have to think there'll be twists and turns aplenty.
So what do we do with strategy? I'm going to go with hards. I'm going to go hard to medium, I think. I think it's going to be quicker. Yeah, 6 seconds quicker. So we'll go to lap 46. Obviously we can change this if we get a safety car. But this is going to be what we're looking at. There we go. Fuel, I'm going to take 2 laps out of the car. Given our pace, I think it's highly likely we're going to get lapped twice. B, a safety car, and we'll be able to, get that fuel back as well. So, yeah, let's head off to the race and see just how tortuous this is going to be for us.
I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Taking a look at the Aston Martin. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. There's the second Aston Martin. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. Everything's been building to this. It's time for one of the most exciting races in the world. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's lights out,
There's
and
actually
away we
nothing
go.
exciting about watching a Grand Prix at Monaco. Alright, Vesti has snuck ahead of his teammate here. That is probably a bad thing. We might swap them over. I want to make sure we're away from the Williams before I do that though. I don't want to get stuck behind them. What is everyone doing tyre-wise? Let's see. So, we made the right choice, I think, going hards. Front runners are going softs. Interesting. We've got a couple of mediums in front of us, but we've also got, you know, hard tyres for Sonoda, hard tyres for Ocon. Yeah, we're going to be running long into the mid-40s on these tyres. So if we can try and keep pace with Sonoda, and hope that Sonoda can keep pace with Ricardo, that should help us pull away a little bit. Vesti already looking to drop off the back. Let's go ahead and make the switch. Oh, that could have gone better. Am I looking to make things as difficult as possible, or is this more of a very long-term career? It's a bit of both. The game is, if you know what you're doing, is very easy. I mean, I have in the past won the World Drivers' Championship with Lando Norris in Season 1 with McLaren. So, given where that car is at the start of the game to the end of the season, that I can win the World Drivers' Championship and only just miss out on the Constructors by about 20-30 points. Yeah. If you know what you're doing, the game is a bit too easy. But these challenges, they do deliberately make it more difficult. But it also means that we get a much more natural, realistic progression up the grid. So we go from back markers to fighting our way up into the midfield after a couple of seasons, to then the upper midfield, then maybe in several seasons' time challenging for podiums and occasionally, threatening for a win. It's very much a long-term project, especially with the two young drivers as well. All the rules and regulations that we've that are self-imposed are in the video description down below, so do check those out if you want to see exactly what challenge mode entails. But this is essentially where we're going to be, I think, for the rest of the race. It's going to be a very painful race here.
Energy if you need it.
Yep.
Felipe has got more pace than Vesti, as you can see. Just pulled out a second on him over the last couple of laps. Let's see if I can use the battery to actually close up on Sonoda a little bit. I may as well push Freddie as well.
So use energy.
Perfect.
Okay, so we have closed the gap down to Sonoda by nearly a second. see what time we do across the line. Sonoda does a 1:18.9. We do a 1:18.0. Nice. 9/10 of a second faster. And Vesti at 1:18.4. So we're pulling out a nice gap to the Williams cars, albeit at expensive battery. But maybe if I can get Felipe onto the back of Sonoda, I can maybe stay with him once I run out of battery. I don't know if I'm going to have enough battery to actually get onto the back of him though. I think it might run out just before I get within range. It's already looking pretty empty. Alright, so this will be the test to see whether or not we can actually hang with Sonoda. 1.9 across the line, let's see what it is at the end of the next lap, just using normal battery mode. Got to go neutral for Freddy as well. Holding the gap at the moment, just about. We're good in the low speed stuff, which is going to help us. The second half of the lap is not going to be our friend though. This is a section where you need good pace stats, and this is where our drivers are going to fall down. So yeah, we're losing about 4/10 of a second a lap, 4 or 5/10 of a second. Which isn't ideal, but there's not really much we can do about that. We're just going to have to ride it out. We'll hold some cars up when they start coming in for pits, if we can stay close enough to the front. Well, we're only 30 seconds off the leaders. We're not holding them up. Who could we hold up? Schumacher, Ricciardo, we could hold those guys up. Maybe Norris. Norris is only 9 seconds ahead. Those guys are our mediums, their tyres will fall away. Probably start falling away around lap 30. Late 20s, early 30s, their tyres will start falling off. And we should have a bit of a grip advantage over them, but that's still a fair way to go yet. But I'm hopeful that there'll be a couple of retirements in this. If we get 2 cars retire, even if we can't go any faster than this throughout the entire race, that's still 15th place, and that's 100 grand from our sponsors. If we don't get 2 retirements, then we are losing 25 grand. But there's always some kind of incident at Monaco. Somebody just clips a barrier, or they spin and damage their car. Or they lock up and they drop back. But this is a circuit where the pace disparity of the cars is really shown up. So the leaders will just blitz away. You can see we're already half a lap down on Verstappen. after just 9 laps. I mean, yeah, they're on softs right now, but even so, it's so hard to stay with cars on the circuit if you don't have the pace. Alright, Vesti is just a couple of tenths faster than Albon. That's all he needs. Albon's on mediums as well, I think. Yes, he is. So the fact that we're still 2 tenths a lap faster than Albon is encouraging for us in our fight with Williams, but we are fighting against Haas in the constructors at the moment, really. We're not going to be threatened by Williams, I don't think, at any real point this season. But we need 8th place, and to do that we need to get ahead of Haas or McLaren or AlphaTauri. And currently all 3 of those teams are in or close to the top 10 in this Grand Prix. Haas and AlphaTauri are both 9th and 10th, Norris is 12th. I think Mercedes have got the highest points of those 3 teams, but I think they're the ones that are least likely to add a lot more points to their tally, because McLaren always seems to be really bad at car development. I've never seen, even after like 3 seasons, I've never seen the McLaren car start to come good. They get the occasional good result, but they never have a strong season. I've seen Mercedes come really good. Obviously, I've seen Red Bull and Ferrari, go on to dominate. I've seen Alpine come good. I've seen, and get up there into both cars regularly into the top 10. I've seen Alpha do something similar for parts of the season, but never sustained all the way through. Obviously, with the right development, what we can do with Haas, because our car is just completely dominant in season 2 of the Haas playthrough. But again, the AI doesn't really develop the cars in the same way, and not only that, they don't have the facilities that we do as well. The Haas facilities are the worst on the grid at the start of the game, and it takes, I don't know whether the AI actually does upgrade their facilities or not. I imagine they must do, but we have no way of knowing. So, given that it is going to be very slow for us, let's check in on this battle between Sainz and Perez. Both of these guys are on softs. Both are comfortably ahead of Bottas and then Hamilton. Verstappen sprinting away, he's nearly 3 seconds up on Leclerc. Looks like Verstappen's going to win this without any, dramas. This is a race that he is traditionally very strong at in this game. I'm actually going to put a little bit of battery back into the cars, just a little bit, just so I can make sure that we're getting a full lap's worth of deployment. I've just got this little feeling we might be running out of battery just a little bit too soon. we go. So we should still have some battery left in the car when we cross the line now. What I might well do as well is, with a couple of laps to go, I might just hit Drogovic for a set of softs and just see if I can get the fastest lap. It won't give us a point, but it will give us a completion on the incentive that the sponsors put out. Not quite sure what the sponsors were thinking. You know, expecting me to get the fastest lap, but they've certainly been smoking the hopium. Okay, lap 14, tyre wear. We are starting to see couple of the front runners start to lose a little bit of pace. Mediums are still holding up pretty strongly. We are just pootling around in 17th and 18th. Can't really do anything. We don't have the pace to push. I mean, if we did have the pace to push, we wouldn't have the pace to maintain. So we just have to kind of accept where we are on the grid at the moment. This is going to be a very boring race for us unless some drama happens. You know, we get a retirement or two, or maybe get a safety car to bunch the field back up again. Given that we're going to get lapped at least once, if we do get a safety car, it'd be kind of cool to actually see ourselves unlap under the safety car. I've seen it already, but I don't know if any of you guys have yet. You're hoping the game will allow me to make this slow progress. Expectations may become unrealistic, prompting your dismissal. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been fired. Oh, speaking of safety car, there we go. We've got one already.
Safety car. Keep the delta positive.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but... Oh, Russell's out.
I think that was a crash. Let's see what happened there. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Oh, he's locked up.
And that's an off, and a big off. No, that's going to be a big blow.
Right, so let's put everything into recovery mode, recharge mode, conserve mode, etc., etc. This is going to really help the soft runners.
Fuel.
Yeah.
As you can see, they're all peeling into the pits already.
Just need to charge up.
Yeah, perfect.
They're going to get out comfortably ahead of everybody else, and yeah, perfect timing for the soft tyre runners. Although they wouldn't have made that pit stop pre-safety car patch, pre-unlapping patch, because one of the things they also did with that patch was to increase the window that the AI will consider pitting when a safety car comes out. They'll increase the window of tyre wear. So before, they might have, say, 45-50% on their tyres. A safety car comes out, and they'd stay out, and then 3 laps later, safety car would come in, they'd go another lap or two, and then immediately pit and drop themselves to the back of the grid. That window of where they'll look at changing the tyres has been increased. So you know, they will consider pitting with much fresher tyres than before, if necessary, you know, in a situation like this, as we are seeing. But back to your question, Farah. Will I get fired? I don't know, is the honest answer. I'm hoping not. I've never been fired in the game, but I've never gone through a decline in the game. You know, once I've got my team up there, you know, I've always been just so dominant that I've ended up restarting a new save file because there's been no challenge, no real fun. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this challenge mode. And in my spare time, when I play this in my spare time, the other option I gave people when I put the poll up was either Aston Martin with young drivers or Mercedes with, McLaren with their existing drivers, but the same rules. And I'm playing that McLaren file in my spare time. So I'd be interested to see how I can do with McLaren. But I honestly don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of the season. I'm hoping I can hang on. Once we get to the end of season 1, we'll be in with a good chance of making our objective in season 2. But like I said, I don't know whether I can survive season 1 or not. I'm hoping I can. Okay, the Williams pit. No, they're just...
Yep, copy.
How are they so... Oh, had they been lapped?
Got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
I'm just trying to work out why they're so far... They must have been lapped and unlapped themselves. We are almost on the back of the queue. Is the safety car coming in this lap, or is it going another lap? Might go another lap. Nope, it's coming in.
Safety car will be in this lap. Safety car will be in this lap.
Copy.
Well, at least we've got our drivers the right way round this time.
There is no overtaking until the control line.
And Magnussen is behind Tsunoda. Magnussen has pitted.
No saving required.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
So Magnussen's going to have not just a pace advantage on us, but also a grip advantage now as well. He's got to get past Tsunoda though. Yeah, it was something I did think about when I put this series together, was would I be able to survive the first season? I did think I'd be able to make season 1. It depends what regulation changes are coming in as well to affect things. I think everyone's going to have a lot of upheaval at the end of season 1. If I remember, it's 10% off everything, off every part, of every stat of every part at the end of this season. We'll check research at the end of the the race and have a look. So that will definitely give us a chance of closing the ground to the front runners a little bit, because they will lose more than I will. Which is another reason why I'm thinking about doing a lot of research for next season and a lot less kind of development for this season. I need to do enough development to give me the chance of sneaking points, but I don't want to overdo the development to the point where I I just end up going backwards next season. And I don't want to bin off all development on the car to the point where I don't even make it to the end of the season. You know, despite how good a car I might end up with next year. In comparison to this one. It's a balancing act. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. Alright, already Felipe is dropping off the back again.
DRS enabled. Use energy.
Yep.
Let's try and push up a little bit.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Yeah, copy.
The additional handicap we have is that we've got these rookies. You know, we could end up making a really good car, but if the drivers don't have the ability to drive it at the speeds that it can do, then you know, we're kind of hampered. So this is why I've been trying to get the race sim maxed out ASAP, so that our drivers can progress at a rate that actually gives them a chance in the back half of the season. Alright, so Felipe got DRS, Vesti did not. Vesti's now out of battery, so if he can't stay with Felipe this lap, then he's just going to drop back. I will give him a lap of better tyre pace.
Happy to push.
Yeah, copy.
Just to help him out a little bit. You can see, because both our drivers don't have the greatest reaction, you can see we almost look sluggish out of the corners, slow accelerating out of some of these low speed corners, despite the fact that we've got a really good low speed cornering performance from our underfloor. The reaction time of our drivers, if they don't have good reactions, they can't get on the power quickly. And you can see that in some of the corners. They look slow accelerating out the corners. There's like a little pause before they kick in, almost like a turbo lag kind of thing. And now it's Felipe who's dropped out of DRS. So yeah, our drivers are doing the best they can, but they can't keep up. If I can keep them with each other. Maybe they can pick up a few race points by scrapping with each other. Because that's the only way they're going to get them at this point. What this is going to do though, with this safety car restart, is going to make it harder for the mediums to pull out the gap that they need to get away from us. If we take a look at the first medium runners, we're looking in front of us, we're looking at Ricciardo and Schumacher, and they are only 4 seconds up the road from us. Less than that, 3 seconds up the road from Felipe. So when they come in for their pits in about 10-15 laps time, they're going to come out way behind us, potentially. Which means they'll be held up behind us, trying to find their way through for a while, until they eventually do. But when we pit onto faster tyres, we'll then have a tyre advantage and we can hopefully stay with them, maybe even get past them. So it's not all doom and gloom for us just yet. We do still have that chance of picking up another point, or another place or two. We have naturally got 16th because Russell's retired. Another retirement means we're going to meet our sponsor objective. As long as that retirement doesn't come behind us. Or from us. That would be pretty disastrous. Alright, biggest battle on the track so far is once again involving Sainz, and we see him actually trying to go up the inside of Hamilton. Hamilton's got him covered off. Both of these guys have already made their stop. I think, oh no, Hamilton hasn't stopped yet, he's still on mediums. So this is hurting Sainz, because Sainz is now out of sequence, or out of position, compared to the other three at the front. They have all stopped, I think. Yes, they have. So Hamilton is holding up Sainz here. Oh, Ferrari's just so strong. Look at it. A little bit of DRS, but it's not that powerful here. But it's newer, but slower tyres, dirty air, and he still just breezes past Hamilton there. We'll see him pull away really quickly now, I think. Or even if Hamilton can stay with him, I don't think he'll be able to challenge him. And look, it's almost a second already. Ferrari's such a strong car. I wish I had performance like that. Yeah, he's gapped Hamilton by a second. Okay, so that was the close battle. We've got another one here, Bottas and Alonso. Alonso, again, yet to pit. And his tyres will be starting to go off a little bit. Bottas on relatively fresh, hard tyres, I think. Yeah, Bottas pitted under the safety car as well. Zhou's on softs. Why is Zhou's on... Zhou must have started on brand new softs. Yeah, he did, because he started way down the field. So that's why he didn't pit under the safety car. But he's now holding up Norris, I think. Or at the very least dragging Norris along, because he doesn't have the performance left in those tyres to pull away. How far are we off the lead now? We are half a minute off the lead again already. Safety car's only been in for 9 laps. Once again, we're half a minute behind. Oh man, that's bad. Also having to go defensive. Bottas trying to find that way through. What's our gap to Ricciardo and Schumacher? It's not that bad. It's only 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Really, I think. Yeah, it's only 5 seconds to Schumacher. That's good. So they're not really pulling away from us. Not by a huge stretch, so they are going to come out behind us. That's definitely going to happen. Who is going to come out behind us? Norris is going to be one of the first to pit as well. Norris is only 7 seconds ahead of us. No. Yeah, 7 seconds ahead. So, yeah. We're not looking too bad in the grand scheme of things. Thanks to that safety car. I mean, things would look very different if we hadn't had that. We are still comfortably faster than the Williams drivers. Haven't got to worry about them. We could almost pit now and come out ahead of Latifi. We come out behind Albon, but Albon's got mediums on this car, so he's going to pit before we do. And he's still dropping back as well, so we haven't got to worry about either of those two this race. So if we can time this right with our pit stops, make the right call with the right tyres, we could gain another couple of places. We're still not that far behind Magnussen either. Sinoda's doing a good job of holding him up for us. And Joe's in the pits. So this has got to be for hard tyres, I would imagine. I don't think the mediums will go that long. Yeah, it's going hard. Okay, so this is going to drop him behind both of our cars, but ahead of the Williams cars. So he's going to start putting pressure on Vesti pretty soon. This is where Vesti being behind Felipe is going to pay off for Felipe. He'll act as a roadblock, similar to how Teo acted as a roadblock for Gasly in Season 1 with Williams. No, it's Season 2 with Williams. I think we're probably about 5 laps away from seeing some medium tyre pit stops. Let's take a look at the predictions. So mediums are expected to pit between lap 30 and 36. Now that might be changed a little bit because we had a couple of laps behind the safety car, but yeah, we're into that window now where the mediums will start thinking about pitting. So in the next 4 or 5 laps, I think we'll start to see the first of the medium runners coming in. Drivers like Gasly and Alonso, Schumacher and Ricciardo. I wonder if I were to box and then throw on a set of softs at the end. Okay, that is faster. That's 20 seconds faster. That can't be right. Surely not. It is. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to convert. In fact, actually, I wonder, have I got 2 sets of softs? Oh, no, I don't. And that is... Oh, that's faster still. But I've been lapsed, so I can tweak it a little bit. Go there. Update. We're going to do this. This is slightly faster. We're going to do this with both of our drivers. We're going to pit now, we're going to go soft, and then we're going to go soft again. Let's pit Felipe this lap.
Box.
Yeah, copy. Box.
And we'll box Freddie. Oh, we have got 2 sets of new soft tyres. Excellent. We'll look at maybe delaying Freddie's stop by a lap. Actually, let's just push the
You good
tyres.
to push?
Yeah, copy.
No saving required.
Let's open up a gap between the 2 drivers so we can double stack them.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
And what we'll do here is we'll try and use this new strategy to undercut Ricciardo and Schumacher, and then hope we've got enough pace to actually be faster than them on the mediums. Sorry, on their hard tyres, which we should be, soft against hards. I should have looked at a medium, soft, medium, soft strategy. We could have really capitalised onto that safety car.
Copy.
So I'm entering the pit now.
Yep. So you
Right, here we go, double stop time. Beautiful. No time lost for Vesti at all there. Excellent stuff. So we've given up track position to Joe and also to Albon with one of our cars, but crucially Felipe got out ahead of him. And we should blitz away from him pretty quickly now.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
Hamilton's is the pit, so we've timed this just about right. I'm going to push hard on the battery for both cars here, if we're going to try and make this undercut work.
Okay, copy.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
Norris is in, so that means Ricciardo's coming in next lap. Schumacher is in, so the undercut's not going to work against him, but we've got a chance. We've got a chance against Ricciardo. Albon's pitted as well, so he's moved out of the way. Oh, I've just realised how close Verstappen is. He's only a few seconds down the road. There he is. Oh, that's close. That's a lot closer than I'd like. Anthony wants to know whether to start a Mercedes or McLaren file over Christmas. Depends. Are you going to follow the challenge mode rules that I've created, or are you going to just do it normally? If you're going to do Mercedes, I would recommend you do the challenge mode rules. McLaren, given where you are with ASTON, you could probably just play normally with McLaren. I think you should do Mercedes, but do the challenge rules. They're in my video description. Right, we've got pace because we've got better tyres. Ricciardo is yet to pit. Need to get past Schumacher here. We're going to go for a big squirt of battery across the start-finish line. See if we can use a DRS as well to get past Schumacher. There's Ricciardo in the pits. Okay, can we beat him out of the pits? Theoretically, we should be able to. Hear the wheel guns going there.
Use energy.
Copy.
We're too far away to get past Schumacher. Ricciardo's just about to pop out. There he is. We got ahead of Ricciardo. So, the undercut worked on Ricciardo. Can we go around the outside or up the inside here?
This is good, come on.
No. Vesti is right on the back of Ricciardo, so let's get him to charge up as well. And then again, we'll try and punch our way through. We've got more pace than these guys right now, but we need to be in a position to use it. We're getting lapped. Oh, actually, this might help us.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Ricciardo's going to have to pull over for Verstappen here. Can we sneak our way through? No, but we've got right back on the back of him again. We've got to be careful. We've got a Ferrari 4 more seconds behind us. Oh, I don't seem to have as much pace as I was hoping. Schumacher seems to have got up to speed. Ricciardo got DRS as well. That didn't help. Come on, Felipe. Make the move while you've got the tyres. No. Alright, let's charge the battery up for a lap. We'll wait for Verstappen to get through and then we'll try and capitalise. Vesti's going to do the same with Leclerc going through.
Good job, keep pushing.
All depends where we get caught. The pass is we're gonna pull over at the start of the tunnel.
We're not okay on fuel.
Ah, we're fine on fuel. We're about to get lapped. Well, we have been lapped. So Freddie has given up position.
You can use
Oh,
energy.
he got a poor run through that corner there. That hurt him. Alright, so this time we should be able to make the move on Ricardo. Going up the hill. No, still can't get through. Oh, this is frustrating now. Felipe is going to go full push because he's about to lose his opportunity. There's Schumacher pulling over. We're going to get right on the back of him here. He's still got enough battery to try and push. Hopefully Schumacher will not get DRS off the back of Verstappen, and we'll be able to get the move done on the start-finish straight. This is it. Do or die time. He's going to get DRS, isn't he? Damn it. Come on, tyres. I just can't find the way through. He's got us pinned again. Ugh. I've got another Red Bull coming through. Again, we're going to get pulled over at the tunnel. Where is Leclerc? There he is. I think this time I'll actually use fuel and possibly even tyres as well. Right, Vesti has been passed.
Use energy if you need.
Yeah, copy.
Got to stay as close as I can to the back of Perez here. We've got the DRS, we've got a good acceleration out the corner. Hopefully Ricciardo's going to pull over on this uphill straight, which means we can try and sneak through behind him. It's not going to happen here. It's going to happen at the tunnel.
So use energy.
Copy.
Here we go. This is our best chance yet. Oh, he hit the brakes and slowed down. God damn you.
So we're happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, Drogovic has been passed by the Ferrari. Gone too far off to do anything. I'm going to have to wait, bide my time. I need more battery in the car. God damn, just can't catch
Lift
a
and coast
break.
will help.
Yeah, copy.
Here comes science. Okay, Ferrari's going to nail us coming out of Anthony Noakes. There we go. Worst possible place for us to get past because the Ferrari's going to whiz through with DRS. And we're going to be a second behind him almost immediately. I'm going to get pulled over at the start of the tunnel. Let's get Vesti into neutral. Let's push his fuel again.
You can stop lift and coast.
Copy.
See if we can at least close that gap up a bit. Alright, let's see if we can stay on the back of Perez here.
No saving required.
Okay, copy.
We've dropped 3.5 seconds to Schumacher as a result of back marker interference, or being lapped.
Energy if you need it.
Copy, copy.
We can push more.
Okay, copy.
Please tell me I got DRS. No, I didn't. And the tyre advantage is gone.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Yeah, copy.
This is such a hard track to overtake on normally, and the updates have made it even harder. Alright, we're close. We might have a chance this lap to get ahead of Schumacher. He's going to have to pull over as soon as we start the the next lap. We'll have DRS as well as battery. Yes! And we set the fastest lap in the process. There we go. Finally, finally made our way through.
This is good. Save fuel, save fuel.
Yep, copy.
Vesti's actually losing time to Ricardo now. It's a big queue of cars in front though, not too far up the road, and every time a front runner goes through, it brings them that little bit closer to us. Unfortunately, I think we are no longer in a position to be able to do anything about it, but if we can at least stay with them when they pick their pace up again, it gives us a chance to maybe get pulled along a little bit. There's Norris. You see, Norris has struggled and lost a load of ground now. We are potentially going to lose ground to Norris because of this Ferrari coming through, so I'm going to start charging the battery again. We've got a little cushion to Schumacher now. Yeah, that's Zhou and Tsunoda about to get lapped. So we move out of the way for Sainz. Alright, can we get a run on Norris here? Not quite. Where's Freddie? 2 seconds back. Yeah, Freddie's just not got the pace to do this, unfortunately. How long to my pit stop? 5 laps.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Copy.
Everyone's getting DRS.
Yeah, take it easy.
Okay.
Freddie just pootling along here. Let's up his fuel pace a little bit. Hopefully these guys in front will squabble a little bit now that they're all brought back together again. They'll force each other to go defensive, which means they'll be slow into the corners, slow out of the corners. and that will give us the time that we need to put some battery in the car without losing a lot of ground. I hope. We can pit both our cars and still come out comfortably ahead of the Williams. Got to watch out for Schumacher behind. Damn it, he's going to have a run. He's got us. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Back down to 15th.
Haas with an overtake.
Alright, well maybe we can hold at Ricciardo a little bit to allow Freddie to get onto the back of him. These tyres have definitely seen their best days. Alright, pit window opens next lap. And Freddie is just about caught up to the back of this train. So we do have a little bit more pace, but not much. Not enough to really affect an overtake.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
This is the closest we've been to other cars since the start of the race, or since the safety car. So, feels quite nice to be in the potential for a scrap, even if it is a false dawn because we've got to pit again and they don't. But we should catch them up again. We can at least wear out their tyres a little bit more with some scrapping and some fighting. That'll put them in a weaker position for when we do eventually catch them back up again. Oh, someone's in the pits. It's Ocon. Has gone on to soft, so he's finally put those hard tyres in the bin. Sonoda's in as well. He's been acting as a bit of a stopper for the cars that were in front of us, so I'm expecting the pace to pick up again now. He's also gone to soft, so our fastest lap is about to go bye-bye. But then again, we are about to put on new fast tyres ourselves. Oh, can I hold him off? No, I got squeezed out again. I've got the battery back up to full.
We've got loads of energy.
Copy.
Save fuel.
Copy.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Latifi into the pits, so he's finally getting rid of his hard tyres. He'll be going soft as well. And I'm going to box Felipe this lap. And we'll box Freddie in the next lap.
Box.
Yeah, copy box.
So we need to make sure that Freddie stays in DRS range.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Push more.
Of the back of Felipe. Because Felipe is going to create a nice little hole for him.
Pit lane.
Okay, there we go. So Freddie should get DRS this lap. Yes, he does. Good. Let's see what kind of pace we can do on a brand new set of softs. We've given up position to Sonoda. And Albon goes through. Was that Albon? No. I think that was Alonso. So that's Joe, who's just lapped us. Okay, that's not good. Alright, well here's a chance to see whether or not... Is that Joe? Let's have a look. No, it's not Joe, so... Oh, that's Bottas. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. I mean, Bottas is going to be faster than most, but he's doing 117.2s. That is faster than the cars in front, but it's not fast enough. We can go faster than that. So let's see if we can unlap ourselves.
Copy that, understood. So make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
I've never unlapped myself in real racing terms, but here we go. And we complete the move.
Save fuel.
We'll make this a fastest lap attempt as well,
No saving required.
Okay, copy.
because we need to pull away from Bottas before he tries to blue flag us again.
So back off.
Yeah, copy.
We're about to lap
Rears are
Latifi, I think.
Yeah.
So we're happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Okay, copy.
No, that's Albon. Straight through, we've gapped Bottas comfortably. Oh, this is so nice to be able to unlap ourselves in racing, racing conditions. No longer are we held hostage to the pace of the car in front. This has got to be fastest lap, surely. Yep, there
We're
we go.
not okay on fuel.
Copy.
I need to do the same with Vesti now. Let's wait till
Happy to push.
the start of the next lap.
Copy.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
Okay, suggest lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, so Felipe is 8.5 seconds, 9 seconds off the back of Sonoda. Let's see if we can close that gap down now that we've turned the pushing off. He is on new softs as well, so it's less about closing the gap down to him and more about closing down to drivers like Ricciardo and Schumacher and Norris.
You can stop lift and coast.
Copy.
Let's get Vesti through. Bottas is blocking the move. He's not going to let us through. He's being a bit of a dick. Okay, so we'll wait another lap. Drogovic losing time to Sonoda, but I think we are closing in. Yeah, we're still closing in by 2 seconds a lap on Ricciardo. That's good. And there we go. That's the move done this time.
All okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Okay, copy.
I'm deliberately not pushing Vesti to break away because I want to see how long it takes before blue flags kick back in again. I want to see if we've got enough pace in the car, which we should do, to naturally just gradually pull away, but I don't want to get blue flagged. I'm curious as to whether we can actually well, yeah, there you can see we're pulling away. But I was wondering whether, you know, we would get blue flagged again. Oh, we are. Oh, no, we're not. It's because he's still driving in clean air. That's going to slow him down. There we go. Alright, good stuff. Let's take a look at lap times. We're doing 1:15.9s, so 1.6 seconds ahead of Ricciardo, faster than Ricciardo. Sonoda is almost on him. We're still another 10 seconds down the road, but Sonoda's almost there, look. That's encouraging. Now, ideally, what we need is Ricciardo to get past, and Schumacher as well, and Sonoda to break away and not drag them up the field. as we make our way past Albon. No, that is Latifi. Yeah, it's the red walls on the tyres that made me realise it's Latifi. There's Albon, a long way back. Oh wow, yeah, Latifi is over half a second. He's nearly 50 seconds behind his teammate. That's crazy. Back to Felipe. Okay, let's keep an eye on this battle here, because this is important for us. Magnussen is in the points. That's not good. Gasly's in the points as well. Also not good. Neither McLaren is anywhere near the points. And that is good. Okay, Ricciardo is holding up Tsunoda and is now dropping off the back of Schumacher, having to go defensively, so there's a good chance that Tsunoda might actually make the overtake here. With DRS on the main straight. Meanwhile, we're closing the gap. We're just 7 seconds behind now. Come on, Yuki, lock up, take you both out. Damn it. Why is it whenever you need Yuki to do a Yuki, he does not do a Yuki? Crash, damn it. Right here, this would be perfect. Nope. There we are. We are closing in on this fight. Alright, it looks like he's going to make the move up the inside here. Yeah, he's got him. He'll have the traction up the hill. Oh, having said that, Ricciardo is hanging on in there. And finally he has to give up the position. Okay, we are 4.5 seconds off the back of those two now. So that's okay, because Tsunoda's still got to get past Schumacher. This gives us a chance to get onto the back of Ricciardo and even get past Ricciardo, who's already dropped him. We don't have a massive advantage on tyres, but we do have a slight advantage on tyres in terms of wear rate, but we've certainly got a grip and pace advantage on these tyres. I just need 15th. I'll be happy if I can get 15th at the end of this race. I will have actually been able to fulfill a sponsor guarantee for the first time in the season. Yeah, Ricciardo is dropping back quickly. The hunt is on. I'd like a little bit more battery in the car, but we'll make do until we get up to the back of him. Hopefully Schumacher holds Tsunoda up. For another couple of laps before he gets through. That gives us a chance at another place then. Come on, Felipe, you got this. That's Verstappen, the other side of the start-finish line. Just going around to the pit entrance now. About to lap Hamilton. That is just insane. Verstappen is about to lap Hamilton, who's in 6th. And we had a safety car that bunched the entire field back together again. That's crazy. Alright, we're almost there. I'm going to sit behind for a lap or two. Put a bit of battery in the car. And there's Freddie. He's starting to sneak up on the back as well. We could get both cars past Ricciardo here. That would be a huge achievement. Why am I not getting DRS? I'm getting the DRS detection line wrong. It must be. It's the only thing I can think of.
On fuel.
Copy.
Oh, Verstappen is pitting. Are we going to see some hard tyres pit here? Well, we've lost the fastest lap. It's not going to affect anybody in front of us, unfortunately. They're too far ahead. There we go. Now we've got the DRS.
Okay, energy's good.
Yep.
Alright, this is the lap that we start to push and try and fight our way through.
Use energy.
Copy.
Magnussen's in the pits. Okay, we're going to get past Magnussen. If we can hold... Well, we're not going to be able to hold him off, I don't think, for that many laps, but... Can we get Vesti out in front of him as a roadblock? Yes, we can. Alright, this time. Come on.
We're good to push.
Copy.
There we go. Oh, that feels so good. Getting an overtake on another car. Oh, that feels wonderful.
Doing a good job, that's going to help you. Save fuel.
I'm going to watch
Let's have a
that
look.
again.
So this was the Aston Martin.
Oh, that's amazing. We overtook someone for 14th place.
They take advantage and muscle their way
Oh, if only
through.
we'd gone soft, medium,
Excellent
soft,
work.
we would have been able to actually really capitalise on that safety car.
The
That's something we
driver's
didn't know
team
was going to
there
happen, but
cheering them on.
we could have hit the pits nice and early, gone onto the mediums, put some good pacing on the mediums, then pit for those softs, and yeah, we could potentially be a little bit further up the grid. Right, now the real challenge is, can we get Vesti ahead of Ricciardo without losing position to Magnussen? Not so sure we can do that. Leclerc's pitching as well, Jesus. They're all giving up the ghost. Is anyone else likely to do that? Bottas will pit. He's behind us on track, so he's not going to help us by doing that.
8 to go.
Well, we couldn't fully capitalise on it, but that safety car has certainly changed the the outcome of this race, as far as we're concerned, we would have finished a very distant 17th and 18th if Russell hadn't crashed out like that. We wouldn't have had the pace to really challenge anybody else. We would have comfortably beaten the Williams and been comfortably behind everybody else. But here we are in 14th and 16th, and we are closing on Ricciardo.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Copy.
7 laps to go.
And there's Bottas into the pits. Or just coming out of the pits. Felipe is slowly closing in on the back of Schumacher, but I don't think we're going to be able to do anything about him now. But can we do something about Ricciardo?
You can use energy. Use energy, you can use energy.
Yeah, copy.
If I can put Ricciardo between us and
Focus on the
Magnussen.
last 6 laps.
That would be massive. He's having a go. Not getting in this lap.
So back off.
Copy.
Alright, here we go.
So we just need to push now.
Yeah, copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
Maybe this time up the hill.
5 to go.
We got him. Amazing. We got him.
Lift and coast will help.
Okay, copy.
4 laps to go.
That's it.
Right,
Aston
Freddie
Martin with a great play there.
up
They've
to
moved
15th.
up a place.
Felipe now on the back of Tsunoda, who still hasn't got past Schumacher. And Magnussen is trying to go around and has got past Ricciardo already. That didn't last very long. I can't believe we're going to get both cars in the top 15 here. Well, we've got to fight Magnussen off again for another 3 laps, but
4 laps to go.
oh wow, he's all over the back of him again already. Ah, that's a Williams in the way. That's got to be Albon. I'm actually going to slow down Felipe. Get a chance to try and help Bestie out here.
Happy to push.
Okay, copy.
Be 3 to go.
Okay.
Okay, one more lap for us after this.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
Save fuel, save
I
fuel.
want to give Freddie DRS on the main straight just to help him out. This means Haas aren't scoring points as well. I just realised Haas are not going to pick up points today. Not unless something that dramatic happens to Zhou and Norris.
We're not okay on fuel.
Okay, copy.
This will be last lap.
Alright, here we go. Can we hold them off?
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
No saving required.
Okay, copy.
We ran out of fuel right before the line! With both cars! No! I thought we were safe! Oh, I can't believe
Aston
that.
Martin's driver has seen better weekends. Dear me, there'll be serious questions asked in the Aston Martin camp after that race.
The important thing is for them to stay confident. They have the cars, they have the drivers, they just need to refocus and come back fighting.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of another city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
I can't believe that. I honestly can't believe that. I thought we were safe. Oh, god damn that. Oh. That result would have been so good for us. That would have taken some of the pressure from the board off a little bit. God damn it. Well, 16th and 17th, we did make up positions off the start, but in the end, it's only because Russell crashed. shit. That's all I can say. Haas still didn't get any points in this race, so they're still just 4 ahead of us. But yeah, that was terrible. I thought we'd have just enough fuel to get across the line, and we ran out right before the line with both cars, both pissing cars. God damn it. I thought 1.2 was safe. I thought we needed 1.3, 1.4 per lap here. Yeah, 1.2 is not safe. I'll have to remember that for next year. if I make it to next year. Oh god. Well, the design centre's done. Finally, we can start working on the third part. Our drivers drove well. I mean, no accidents at any point through the whole weekend. It's so disappointing. I'm still kind of lost for words, really. Really, I think you can probably hear it in my voice, but I'm really crestfallen. Okay, they were satisfied. We weren't going to get any points out of this race anyway, so, in the grand scheme of things, dropping down 2 places like that doesn't really have any bearing on our season. As long as the board weren't disappointed, that was the most important thing. I took 2 laps of fuel out. It was always going to be tight at that. No, I mean, the only reason it was tight was, like I said, I thought I was working to a delta of 1.3 per lap, and it was 1.2 / 1.1. If I'd known it was 1.1, I'd have been fine, because I'd have made sure I had enough fuel in the car. There were ample opportunities where I could have just saved a little bit of fuel here and a little bit of fuel there, or just not pushed the fuel as much as I did, because I thought 1.2 was safe, and it wasn't. So that's on me. That's my mistake. Right, car development. Let's have a look. I've got no engineers. Okay, current projects. What's in 30 days? So that's for Silverstone, that's 32 days. What happens if I take an engineer off? I can do that. Just take an engineer off. Side pods, 16 days. What's that pushing for? Canada. Can I take an engineer off? Yes, I can. Let's do that. Actually, can I take 2 off? Canada is 18 days away. I can take 2 off. Okay. So, new project. Let's have a look at research. So, yes, it's 10% off everything next season. I've got no hours for another 28 days, so I may as well go ahead and design a new part. Let's have a look where we are lacking the most. Chassis isn't too bad. Front wing is bad, but is being developed. Side pods, not great, but being developed. Suspension should be better now. Underfloor is very good. Rear wing could do with something. kind of want to put hours into that. Let's have a look. What could I do with a new rear wing? I think I need to focus more on dirty air performance than outright performance if I want to have any chance of actually staying with cars. I decrease the DRS delta a little bit. Just a little bit. That'll give me slight extra improvements. 3 engineers on a rush, 39 days, that would be in time for Austria. Let's go for that. I'm still kicking myself over that screw up over the fuel delta. We've got 11 days till Baku. Nothing's going to be ready in time for Baku. Let's check what are we short on spare parts wise. Let's go ahead and manufacture another spare underfloor. There we go. Is there anything else I need a spare of? No, I've got 2 spare chassis, 2 spare suspensions, 3 spare front wings. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so I've got 5 mil in the bank. Race sim upgrades in 10 days. That is the final upgrade. Team Hub upgrades in 41 days. That's level 4. I've just started a boardroom upgrade to try and keep myself in the job. Let's go ahead and upgrade the helipad. I don't think there's anything else that I need to do. I've still got 1 upgrade available in this category this season. It's going to be one of these 2. They're both a 10 mil upgrade. I can't afford that yet. So let's just go ahead and advance some time. Border satisfied. So we're not in danger of getting sacked just yet. This is where our car sits currently. Good in the low speed, rubbish everywhere else. New underfloor, spare underfloor is done. That's our race sim upgraded. That is vital. It's about time we got that one done. We now get the maximum XP boost for our drivers. Try and get them leveled up a little bit quicker. Don't care about Nico's point. He's never getting in the car. Yeah, we're up to 9 mil nearly. That's good. We've just ticked over into a new month between races. Can't go ahead and immediately upgrade the facility though, because we do have Canada coming up and we're going to have to do some emergency manufacturing there, so I might need to hang on till after Canada before I upgrade either the wind tunnel or the CFD sim. So there we go. That is the end of another Grand Prix. Still really gutted that I made that little error on fuel and lost some good positions. As I said, in the grand scheme of things, looking on the bright side, you know, every cloud has a silver lining, yada yada yada. It hasn't really affected our season. The board weren't disappointed in the results, in the sense that it would put me under pressure. They were still satisfied with the result. Points were not on offer anyway. We did lose a potential extra 100,000 in terms of sponsorship money, and in the end, well, it cost us 125 technically, because we had to pay out 25 instead of gaining 100. But that's effectively all that it cost us. So we are making some progress. For us to be in that position at that track was encouraging. It was very encouraging. We do still have a long way to go before we can actually start challenging for points, I think. But we are on the right path. That new front wing is going to be mightily important for our cornering for both clean and dirty air. The side pods are going to help reduce some of the drag on our car. The new rear wing will also be useful for reducing some drag and improving our cornering speeds, particularly in the dirty air. So, yeah, we are making some gains. We might not really make them fast enough to actually get points this season, but if we can at least stay in the conversation, in that midfield fight, and be sort of in the lower midfield, sort of around 12th in 12th place on the grid, then I'll be happy with that, because then if we do our research right, we'll be in a good position to push on next year, because we'll have less to lose than other teams in terms of downforce values, etc, etc. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with Baku, same time as always, 10 o'clock in the evening. So until then, thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager Challenge Mode very soon.